Are you tired of spending your hard-earned money on makeup that frankly may or may not work?
Yeah, me too.
That is why I created this series called Repurchase or Trash, where I sit back, relax, and I talk to you guys about all the makeup that I've tried this month and let you guys know whether or not it's worth it. If you guys want to see what I tried this month, is it actually worth your coin? Well, then definitely keep watching. Alrighty guys, so once again, I tried out quite a few makeup this past month. I don't know how that keeps happening. Seriously, I've been like on a low buy myself, but somehow I keep ending up with all these makeup items and I don't know how that keeps happening. I suck at low buy, clearly. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right on in. So up first, we do have the Physician Formula. This is going to be the Butter Glow. This is a bronzing serum. Listen, I have never really been into bronzing serums before because like I get super oily, so I'm just like, it may not work for me. But there's something about this that I was like, you know what? I like this. I feel like this is perfect if you are doing a makeup, no makeup look, because literally you could just put this on your face and like legit, it just looks like you have like a bronzy glow. I feel like this would be perfect if you're doing like on those days you just don't want to wear makeup. So for me, this was 100% a perfect purchase because I've never tried like the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops before, because frankly they're like 75 bucks. So I wanted to try something that was more affordable. So I really do like the Physician Formula bronzing serum. I think this is beautiful. It makes your skin look nice and glowy. I found that it didn't do anything to my oil, and it smells amazing. So for me, this is a definite repurchase. Has everybody been seeing the new Trippin' with Tarte to Bora Bora? Oh, I've been seeing it and I have some thoughts. But they recently launched their brand new Key Largo Glow bronzing serum situation. This is supposed to be like, you know, just like their version of like the Hollywood Flawless Filter, the e.l.f. Halo Glow of the Drunk Elephant Drunk Elephant bronzing dots. This to me is beautiful. They actually have different shade range for this. I have the shade called Champagne Glow. And I've really been enjoying this. It's actually what I'm wearing under my face today. This just gives you a beautiful glow. Again, this is just one of those products that I 1000% would wear when I'm not doing any sort of makeup look to just make my face look like I just stepped out into the sun and got some vitamin C, though I really just been hibernating in my room, but that's besides the point. So for me, this is a definite repurchase. Moving on to primers. I did try 3 primers this month. So up first, we do have the LA Girl Blurring Putty Primer. This is a poreless primer. Let me tell you, when these brands say they're poreless, they lie. It doesn't do anything to the pores. It does not do anything to the pores, but
Immediately no.
It does make them smooth. It does make my skin look really smooth. It just has like the oddest texture. It kind of feels like you're rubbing like peanut butter like all over your face. It's the weirdest thing. I don't love it because I feel like it doesn't do anything for the oil, but I don't hate it. So for me, I would definitely probably not repurchase this, but I wouldn't trash it either. So this is like going into limbo. It's going into limbo that we will definitely revisit later on this year. Up next, we have the e.l.f. Jelly Pop. This is a dew primer. Y'all, this broke the internet when it came out years ago. I don't know why. And it recently just got brought back. Now, I will say it has a wonderful scent. It's watermelon flavor. I really do enjoy the scent of it. But I just don't get the hype. Like, I just don't get the hype. Like, I don't know. Like, it has a nice stickiness to it, but it doesn't do anything for me. I don't really see myself getting glowy, dewy. It doesn't do anything for me. It just has a nice tackiness to it. So for me, this is a definite, it's a trash. I would not repurchase this because I just don't get the hype. I don't. And lastly, for primer, I did try the Estee Lauder Double Wear Smooth and Blur Primer. I have been wearing this every day going to work because I don't want to get oily. And this has been amazing. Truly, it just really helps to contain the oil for as long as possible. It works really nicely under any single foundation I have tried. I've really been enjoying this. So for me, this is a definite repurchase because if you're oily, this will be your best friend. Now for foundations, I actually tried 3 foundations. So the first one we have is this Polite Society. This is More Than a Pretty Face Skin Loving Foundation. If you you want to know, I did a full wear test over on TikTok. If you want to just like, I don't know, check it out. But for me, I actually really enjoy this. It does oxidize down just a bit, but for some reason, I really enjoyed how this looked on my face. Yes, I got oily, like I got really oily, but it didn't separate. And I really do appreciate that, because if it doesn't separate, I can kind of save it by putting like some setting powder on and blotting it. I can kind of save the face, but if it separates, there's nothing I can do. So for me, this is a definite repurchase. I really do like this, surprisingly enough. Up next, we do have the e.l.f. This is the Hydrating CC Cream. I tried this out. I tried it out twice now. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I think it looks really nice in the skin. It reminds me so much of the original CC cream, though that was a matte version. But for me, I like this. It does give you a nice, beautiful glow. I do get a little bit oily when wearing this, but it doesn't like separate, it doesn't cake. It doesn't look bad on the face. Is it the most wowing foundation? No, it's definitely not, but I also don't hate it either. So for me, I could see myself repurchasing this. Y'all know that I have always hated Makeup Revolution. I don't know, there's something about the brand that just, I don't know, it just doesn't excite me like ever. But for some reason, I decided to give this foundation a go. And I'm happy that I did. So this is the brand new Makeup Revolution Skin Silk Luminous Serum Foundation. I'm wearing this on my face right now. I've actually been wearing this quite a bit, if I'm telling the truth. And I really do enjoy this. For some reason, I just feel like it looks really beautiful. It just like melts into the skin. It gives me a nice soft glow when I start to get oily. It doesn't separate, it doesn't cake, it doesn't lift. It just looks really, really beautiful. There's something about this that I really do like. And it's glass, because you could tell they're trying to be a little bougie. And I don't know, I just find myself really gravitated toward this foundation, which is just so weird because I typically don't like anything that Makeup Revolution comes out with. But this really took me by surprise. I would 1000% repurchase this. Moving on to concealer, I've only tried one concealer, and that is the Fenty Beauty. This is going to be the Wear Hydrating Concealer. I love Fenty. I love Fenty Beauty, and I love Rihanna. But this I don't like. I don't know, maybe it's because it's a hydrating formula. It's just so thin. Like, it doesn't build up the way that I want it to. It definitely does crease in my, like, you know, wrinkles that I have under my eyes, because we all have them. It's fine. It's a human thing to do. And for me, I just find that this is not long lasting. I just don't like how it looks. It just, like I said, just settles into all the nook and crannies under my eye, and I just feel like it's just so light and just so watery. And I prefer her other concealer over this one. I had high hopes, but this is just definitely, it's a trash for me. Moving on to bronzer, I only tried the Milani. This is going to be the Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer. I think this is really beautiful. I feel like they definitely tried to emulate like the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, and I feel like they did a really fantastic job. I think it blends out very beautiful onto the skin. It's actually what I'm wearing on my face today. I really did enjoy this. I don't really have a scent to it, but I just feel like it's just a nice cream bronzer. For me, this is a repurchase. Moving on to setting powder. I think the only setting powder that I tried this month is the Florasis. This is the Airbrush Tinted Pressed Powder. I wouldn't even say this is a setting powder because it doesn't really claim to be setting powder. But we're just gonna say that it is. For me, I feel like this is really beautiful. It makes my skin look nice and smooth, very, very soft. It just adds a tiny bit of coverage, like a tiny bit of, you know, tint to it, but it just feels like it helps to lock in the makeup. Whether it actually is setting it, I don't know, but I have been enjoying this. I think it's a very beautiful product, and for me, this is something I would repurchase this. Moving on to blushes, we do have the Lottie London. This is the pH blush right here. Now this is kind of cool because it's supposed to match like your pH. So it's supposed to change to match your pH. Personally, I feel like it'd been better if it was a yellow blush, but I digress. But for me, I do like this. I feel like it's really cool. Although the only problem I have with it is that it just is too pinky. It's just like too pinky for me. And I'm just like... I like more of a peachy coral blush. This is like a hot pink blush, and I'm just kind of like, ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot for me to take in. So I do like this. Would I repurchase this? No. Would I trash this? No. This goes into limbo. We'll definitely revisit this later on this year to see whether or not it stays in my collection. But for now, I like it, but I don't like it enough to like ever want to repurchase it. Up next, we do have the Essence. This is Pretty is the New Black. This is a color changing blush. So it looks black, but then it goes into like a really, really pretty mauve. Now, what's really interesting is that this smells like watermelon. Like it smells like watermelon. So if like you're ever like giving me a hug, just smell my cheek. I'll smell like watermelon.
Okay.
Why it smells like watermelon, I don't know. I like the concept of this, and I like how it looks when I apply it on because it has like a beautiful mauviness to it. But it's just one of those blushes that like I probably wouldn't repurchase just because I just feel like it's a little more difficult to work with in the sense of like you got to get it to be a consistent color. It's not going to always be consistent because it just kind of depends on how you lay it on the skin. The watermelon scent does kind of throw me off because I feel like that might irritate some people who might have sensitive skin. And I don't know. It's a cool concept. I love the concept of it, but I feel like it's just something that I wanted to try, but I definitely would not repurchase this. And lastly for blush, we do have the Milk Makeup. These are the cooling tints right here. I spent $100 on 4 of them. Why? Well, because I had the need to have them all. Let me just tell you this. One, I will say the color of these are beautiful. Very, very beautiful color. Please, for the love of God, though, don't do what I did. Don't bite it. Don't bite it. Okay, they'll send you a DM and tell you to please stop consuming their makeup. Stop having really good taste and weird textures, and then I won't want to bite it. But I will say, I really do like the concept of this. This is just very fun. It definitely stains. This will stain, just so you know. This is one of those products you have to kind of find the balance to make it work for you, whether you are applying it on the face directly or by a brush. I personally recommend a brush just because it dries so quickly and it definitely does stain. And I feel like it's just one of those products you definitely have to find like the learning curve to get it to work, but when you do, it's beautiful. I really do enjoy the blush. I think it's like $22. I feel like you don't get a lot of product for what you're paying for, but realistically, who's going to go through all of that? Because it's a stain, a little does go a long way. So I feel like, yes, it may look like it's small, but I feel like you definitely do get your money's worth in the long run, just because the fact that like it's a stainer and I feel like you're not going to go through as much. I do like to mix them and use different blushes all the time, so I don't just use just the one. But I feel like honestly you don't need all 4 of these, but for me this is something I definitely would repurchase. I really do enjoy these. Moving on to highlighters, we do have the Emily in Paris. This is a collaboration with Makeup Revolution. I know, 2 Makeup Revolution products in one video. I was just as shocked. Now this really took me by surprise. I didn't actually pay for this. I got this sent in PR. Technically, it's actually was sent to Cody in PR, but he forwarded it to me because he moved and it wasn't able to go to his address. So he just told me just to keep it, so I did. And I will say this highlighter took me by surprise because it's an ombre highlighter, but the way that it just glides on the face is absolutely beautiful. The highlight itself is so beautiful. It's extremely pigmented, and I just really loved how it looked. It was long lasting, very easy to work with, and I was pleasantly surprised by how pretty this highlighter was. I would 1000% repurchase this. It really just took me by surprise. Up next, we do have the Ofra Cosmetics. This is the highlighter with Ladora. It's actually what I'm wearing on my face right now. This is a stunning highlighter. This reminds me so much of like being at the beach. It gives you that beautiful like beachy glow. I mean, like seriously, it's just so freaking beautiful. I mean, like, can we not tell how beautiful this is? Come on. We both know it is. I just really like this. I really like this highlighter. I would 1000% repurchase this. I feel like it just gives me a really beautiful like glow on the face, kind of like a bronzy one. I love that it's like a champagne-y pink. It's just so pretty, and I feel like it's gonna be perfect for this summer season, especially if I'm trying to go for a bronzy glow. This would be what I'm gonna reach for. So this is a definite repurchase. Moving on to brows, we do have the Benefit. This is the Precisely My Brow Detailer. I really like this. The only negative thing I have to say is that it's so microfined that like for me, this will break extremely easily, but it does a great job of filling in the sparse hairs and trying to make your brows look more natural, although mine just are thick, so they never do look as natural, but I really do like this. I would 1000% repurchase this. Then we do have the e.l.f. This is the Instant Brow Lift Pencil. Trash. 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 This sucked. I hated it. It would not work. I can get it to go on my skin if I'm really digging to get it to mark, but putting on the brows, it just didn't want to show. I'm like, where's the color? Where's the pigment? It is giving me nothing. No wonder I was so cheap. No wonder I was so cheap. This to me is 1000% trash. So I did try 3 new mascaras. So we tried the e.l.f. This is the Lash Extender Mascara. I have nothing bad to say about this. I think it's a really pretty mascara. I think it definitely does go in and lift and gives you just like a nice separated lash. It is when I'm wearing my lashes today. I've actually kind of mixed all 3. Is it the most wowing mascara? No, it's not. I personally would not repurchase this. But I wouldn't trash it either, just because I do like how it applies. It's just not a wowing mascara enough to get me to want to keep it. So this just goes into limbo, where we'll definitely revisit it later on. Up next, we do the Blend Bunny. This is just a good lash mascara. The name on this is always kind of confusing, because like this says Omni Lash, but then online it says just a good mascara, and that's just what it is. It's just a good mascara. Is it wowing? No. Is it disappointing? No. It just does a really pretty job of just kind of like lifting the lashes. It pairs very beautifully with other mascaras. Is it good enough for me to repurchase this? No. Would I trash this? No. Am I going to keep using this? Yes. It's going to be like one of those products where I'm just going to keep playing with it to really get a feel of how I feel about it. But I like it. I really do. Just, I don't know if I want to keep it in. I just don't know if I like it enough to repurchase it. I also didn't realize I have a hole right here. Last but not least, for mascaras, we do have the Essence Lash Without Limits. This is extreme volume and lengthening mascara. I really do enjoy Essence's mascaras. They create some really great mascaras. Their complexion products, different story. But their mascaras, I feel like they really know how to do their mascaras. So for me, I would definitely repurchase this. I really do like it. I like how it lifts. I like how it separates. I like how tiny the wand is. This for me, definite repurchase. Moving on to eyeshadows, we do have the e.l.f. This is the Bite Size Cream and Sugar palette. I bought this because I really needed a highlighter because I did a full face of e.l.f. And for me, this, trash. It just doesn't work. I like that this was a really pretty color, laid down nicely, but this shimmer right here, what? Do you see that? That's what I thought. You don't. You don't see that. I am digging as hard as I can, and it's barely giving me pigment. I mean, like, come on. Bitch, what the fuck? Where? Where? Who? What? Where? Why? Nothing. Nothing. It gives me nothing. So for me, thank God this did not bring the bank, because this, it's a trash. Next, we do have the Ilfra. This is the Self Love palette. I will say this is definitely a cute palette. I really did enjoy playing with it. The mattes in here are really nice. They definitely blend it out very nicely. The shimmers, I feel like they could have done different shades, personally, in my opinion. I feel like this brown shade did not need to be in there. It could have been a different shade, and I wish I would have gone for like a lighter pink. I really did enjoy the formula though. Would I repurchase this? No. Would I trash this? No. So this would be one of those palettes, this would be one of those products, again, we'll put into limbo. We'll revisit by the end of the year, or when I do my Declutter series, to see whether or not I will repurchase this or trash. Because I like to, like, you know, retest out products I'm kind of iffy about, and this would be one of those. I do like it, just not enough to be like, yes, I have to repurchase it. Next, we do have the Fantasy Cosmetica. This is the Wizard palette, and this by far is the absolute prettiest palette that Fantasy Cosmetica has rolled out with to date. I really, really, really loved the eye look that I created with it. Probably one of my favorite ones, honestly. If I'm going to be realistic with you guys, my favorite eye look I created with this brand. So freaking pretty. The formula is immaculate. It's incredible. The mattes are very easy to blend, very pigmented, and then the duochromes and shimmers in here are just so effortless, so pretty. I would 1000% repurchase this. I really do recommend this brand. Plus, I love supporting indie brands, so this is a definite repurchase. And we do have the Florasis. This is the Into the Wild palette. I really love this palette. I think it's so freaking beautiful. The way that it just glides on the lid is just so effortless. I am wearing this shade on my inner corner today. It is just a beautiful, like, glitter shade. Seriously, like, no, but it's like a really pretty palette. I really enjoyed playing with this. I love the eye look that I created with this. It's probably like one of my favorites. I got so many compliments on TikTok. It like made my day. People are complimenting my eye look. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like, people are noticing me on TikTok. Super cool moment. So for me, this is 1000%. I would repurchase this. I really do love the concept of this. I love how beautiful this is, and it's very, very easy to work with. Last but not least, for the palettes, we do have Essence. This is going to be the Ice Caramel Latte palette. This is stunning. This is absolutely stunning. I am wearing this on my eyes today. I did take a mix of just this shade, these two shades, to create this eye look along with the Florasis. This is just so beautiful. It's so effortless. The mattes are super pigmented. The shimmers, lackluster, but we can still work with it. We can still work with it to make it work. It lasts me all day. It doesn't crease. It doesn't crack. It's super affordable and it looks like fall. What else can I ask for in a better palette? You guys know I love a fall themed palette. You guys know that as long as the formula works, I'm really gonna enjoy it. And I think it's like 14 bucks. So that's what I mean, like when I say that Essence has like hit and miss products. A lot of their products don't work, but a lot of the ones do. It's just so weird. But for me, this is a definite yes. So for lip liner, we do have the NYX. This is the Line Loud lip liner. Y'all, the way that this just glides on, it is so creamy and buttery. Like, what? I seriously was shocked when I tried this. I was like, God damn, have I been missing out on this brand? So for me, I want to go get more colors because I really did enjoy playing with this lip liner. As you guys can see, she's well loved. So I'm definitely going to repurchase more colors. I think this is a beautiful formula. It glides on very effortlessly, full pigment, lasts you all day. This really, really took me by surprise. So this is a definite repurchase. Then we do have the NYX. This is the Fat Slick Click Fat Lip Oil. Y'all, that's gonna mess me up. Now this is supposed to be a dupe to the Tarte Maracuja lip oil. I will say this is pretty. It is a pretty lip oil, but it's like, the formula is okay. It is nothing overwhelming. It is nothing overwhelming for me. Like for me, I like this, but I find myself reaching for other like, you know, sticks like this over the NYX one. It smells okay. It just feels really thick, kind of like sticks. I like it, but not enough to repurchase this. Then we do have the Essence. This is the Pink is the New Black color changing lip tint. Let me tell you right now, this is not a color changing lip tint. What this really is,
it's a stain. It's a stain. Literally, it stains your lips to be a bright pink.
you guys know how I feel about bright pink lips. It's just not for me. So while it looks super pretty on the hand, on the lips, whole different story. So I would 1000% trash this. Next we have the e.l.f. These are going to be their Pout Clout Lip Plumping Pens. I do have 3 shades, and I will say I really do enjoy these. I do have like $8. They don't really have too much of a smell, but they feel incredible on the lips. They give you a nice little coverage. They definitely don't have that stinging sensation the way that lip plumper does. Does it plump the lips? No. But I just really do enjoy this. I think it's a nice product. I have all 3 different shades. I have 3 different shades. I definitely have been using these. These are long lasting. I've been getting a lot of compliments whenever I wear them. I think they're really nice. I think they're a great dupe to the Tarte Maracuja lip oils. They're $8, so I would 1000% repurchase this. Last but not least, we do have Haus Labs. This is going to be their PhD Hybrid Lip Glaze. It's a 4-in-1 lip product. It's going to be a lip oil, a lip gloss, a lip balm, and a lip plumper. The only difference between this and like other lip plumpers is that this does not sting in the slightest. I'm actually wearing it today. I will say I really have been enjoying this. Now this claims that if you wear this for 2 weeks continuously, you'll see a difference in your lips. Your lips will look more plumper. Do you guys think I look plumper? Do you?
No.
I personally don't notice a difference. I do overline my lips just slightly just because I don't know. I had the need to, and I just feel like I really can't tell the difference of whether or not my lips are plumper or like look plumpier. I don't know. Like I don't see it, but I also don't see it, but like at the same time, I feel like they look really pretty. Like I honestly can't tell. I really do enjoy this. I have the shade Praline in the shade Cocoa. I am wearing the shade Praline today. My shade Cocoa is actually in my purse. I really, really, really do enjoy these lip plumpers. I think this lip glaze, it feels incredible on the lip. It's a beautiful high shine. It lasts me quite some time. Like I can eat with this and my lips will still be kind of shiny. I do reapply it throughout the day, but this is so worth it in my opinion. If I can buy all the other shades, I definitely would. This is a yes for me. Definitely repurchase. So I feel like we kind of like did like a marathon run through this video, but I just really wanted to get to the point, get down to the nitty gritty. I didn't want to waste your time or rambling on about makeup products because I know that your time is precious and I care about you and I just want you to have a good time when you're here and not waste your time. So for me, I didn't want to just, you know, ramble on and on and on like I normally do, like I am right now. I love doing this series because this allows me to retest products all month long to let you guys know whether or not I think it's worth your dollars. So let me know down below if you guys tried anything that I talked about and whether or not you would repurchase or trash it yourself. But that, my beautiful friends, is it for today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 4 to 5 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, video. You guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my very next video.